Yes, guys. So Liverpool 2, Man City 2, match reactions. So what a game we had today, guys. Two of the best teams in this league going at it, putting everything out there for their fans, and it was a very, very great. Well, it was a great game of football, wasn't it? Let's be truthful. But let's go through this game bit by bit, guys. So team sheets come out. Basically, the Liverpool team is the same team that beat Porto, which I was a bit surprised about. I thought Bobby might come in for this game, considering the two goals he got. Jota was a little bit off it. They went with the same lineup. Man City, sort of Grealish and Foden and Jesus as their front three. Um, I was a bit shocked at that to start with because it had a bit of dynamism and pace, but well, that first half it actually worked, didn't it? Let's be fair. So game kicks off and Man City are basically in the ascendancy straight away. They are the better team. Foden is giving Milner straight away. It's Grealish and Foden. I think they swap. I think Grealish started on Milner's side, and then as the game grew on in the first half, they swapped and Foden just terrorised Milner. Let's face it. Milner he had a shocker, but the man is 36 years old and he's not a right back. So and Foden's a great talent, special player. So it's nothing to be embarrassed by Milner. It's just his age and it's not his position. So it's hard to blame him for everything. But Man City, better team. They completely outplayed us. And what infuriated me the most, guys, is that we look petrified. And there goes the cat. But we looked petrified in that first half. I've never seen us play so scared ever. I didn't understand it. I've never seen us like that. We didn't press in that first half. We didn't harry them. When we got the ball, we passed so slowly. Nothing went in. Nothing was cutting in between the lines. It was just everything was to feet slowly and nicely. There was no movement. It was like we were scared of attempting to attack Man City. I think you could hear Klopp on the sideline shout, "Be brave, be brave." We didn't play brave football at all. At all. Played awful football in that first half. Petrified of Man City, and I don't know why. Yes, Man City are a fantastic team. Let's not get that wrong. They're one of the best teams in European football for a reason. They're an amazing side. But when you got Grealish, Foden, and Jesus as your front three, I don't think we should have been as petrified to press and use our game plan on Man City, but it just looks like we were afraid. And we left Salah up top that whole first half. We basically said to Salah, "You stay up top. Don't worry about coming back. We want you to do your counter attack," and that didn't really help at all. And Man City had everything. They had so many chances, so many chances. It was probably the worst first half performance I've seen of us in a long time. There was nothing. We were completely dead, absolutely dead. And City deserved. They should have been 2-0 up at half time easy. I mean, they did have chances. They didn't have glorified, amazing chances, but they did work us quite a lot in that first half. Pulled us about everywhere, and that was and he just won't stop him. It was endless, and we just couldn't get out. And when we did get out, the passing was sloppy from Liverpool, and we were lucky to go in at 0-0. Very lucky. Now, half time, I was looking back at some of the highlights of that first half, and I was thinking, our fullbacks, we got a problem at fullback. I think we really have, and I think it needs to be talked about. I know a lot of people thought Robbo had a good game today. I personally didn't. I thought defensively it was really poor, and Milner defensively really poor today. Man City would never get through us through the middle of the pitch. Matip and Van Dijk did not go attempt to go against them two. So they really didn't. What they try to do is isolate our fullbacks and get him behind our fullbacks. And once they're in behind our fullbacks, Man City are technically a very good team. So once they're in behind our fullbacks, they got that ability to find the ball in the box because they pass around really nicely around the 18-yard box. So that was their game plan. They did well. No getting away from it. But our fullbacks, it happened against Brentford, it happened against Man City, and you're either isolating Trent or you're isolating Milner. You don't isolate Robbo as much. They're not isolating Robbo like they would on the right hand side of the pitch, but Robbo's just not defensively. He's not switched on at this moment in time. I don't know what it is. Personally, I thought Robbo would get better knowing now he's got competition in Simicast, and I just don't see it from Robbo. In the second half, yeah, he started to press a little bit more, and some of the old Robbo came back, but there's still something not quite there. He's playing what? He's got 20-30% for me to give still. He's not quite at the races at the moment. If this was any other left back, because Robbo's done so well for so many years for Liverpool and he's been an amazing fullback. But if that was, his first, I don't know, sixth game for Liverpool or something like that, we'd all be going, I'm not sure about this Robbo, defensively. But we do give him the benefit of doubt because of the years of service now. Amazing he has been. I'm not saying he's on the downward spiral at all. They'll probably come back and all that, but recently our fullbacks, they're just, that's our weak point at the moment defensively. People are not going straight through the middle. They're leaving Van Dijk. What they've worked out is we leave Van Dijk and Matip alone. We go around the sides of them, get in behind, and that's the weakest point of our defence at the moment. But then our midfield didn't help, and midfield was completely shocking today. Dead of anything. Love Henderson, love him to bits. He's our captain. He's the best captain in world football, but he just don't give us anything. But he's playing a different role, and it's not suiting him. I like Hendo when he's playing on more of the right hand side of the midfield, and he's covering that right back position, and he works better from there coming forward. And where he's playing at the moment just don't suit him, and that's because obviously the injuries to Elliott, and he's taking Elliott's position the way Elliott was playing in midfield, and that don't suit Henderson. And if Elliott and Thiago are fit today, I think we'd have far more midfield control. And it's a shame Cater just wasn't fit in time to properly come in and play today, because we need a ball carrier. We ain't got a ball carrier. Hendo's not a ball carrier. Fabinho's not a ball carrier. And Curtis Jones can be, but they're asking a lot for him in this sort of game to do that job. So Cater, big miss today. Thiago obviously a massive miss. So the midfield didn't help the defence at all. Fabinho, Flacco, the worst I've seen Flacco play. He was not at the races today at all in midfield. Considering he's a defensive midfielder in our team, the man who sits there, he really didn't cover any part of the defence today. He didn't get over the fullbacks were getting over. He didn't sit in that pocket and just hold the line there. He was a bit out of sorts today for being, I must say. But then, so we're going at half time, guys, as you know, 0-0. Got in the way of murder, basically. Got away with murder. Should have been 2-0 down at least. Second half kicks off, and Klopp obviously got right into them, because there was a different Liverpool when they came out in that second half. And it was far, far better. Higher intensity. They started to press against the team and not individuals. In the first half, it was individual pressing. One went, one stayed, one went. And no, in the second half, the front three pressed. The midfield pressed. The defence got high. Matip and Van Dijk are so good, and they've got enough pace that they can sit on the halfway line. They really can. I know it's leaving a lot of space in behind, but you've got to play brave football against teams like Man City if you want to get any kind of result. You can't sit there and wait for them. You have to play brave football. To sit on the halfway line, high press, get right into Man City. They do not like it. Look, Man City have only gave up 6 shots on their goal or something since the beginning of the season. Liverpool score 2 goals a day. We're the only team that can do it. I've said it since day dot. Liverpool, Man City are the only 2 teams that can put massive wins together and carry on. And today sort of proved it with both teams. No one got at Man City like Liverpool did. Look, Chelsea played Man City. Man City played them off the park, but they played us off the park, to be fair. But they won that game, Man City. Liverpool, I mean, getting 2 goals against this Man City team with how good they are being defensively just shows that as an attacking unit, our team is as up there with anybody in Europe. It's just the defensive side of the game we've got to sort out. We've gone a bit backwards there. But as I say, the second half we kicked off and the intensity was higher, the pressing was better. Matip and Van Dijk started to get more push up further on the pitch towards the halfway line, really contained Man City, played brave football, played the ball faster into feet, and we looked better. And then I think the opening goal, I think Salah gets it around the halfway line, and Salah is so direct, gets it, turns, and he just runs onto goal. He'll just run into, sees the green, and he will just run. And he runs into that space, and he runs with a purpose. He's got cool control of his body and the ball. Bernardo Silva tries to fan him, and just shoos him off. Cancelo can't tackle him because he's already been booked, so if he tackles him, he'll probably get sent off. So Salah's just marching, and then the pass and the weight of pass to Sadio Mane was perfect, and then Mane's finish. Mane's been looking for that pass the whole match. He's been looking for that pass in behind the centre back so he can make that run. He's been doing that run the whole game. Mo saw it. Lovely ball through, and Mane with a beautiful finish, lovely finish. And then people say them two don't like each other, eh? Look like best friends if you ask me. They don't like each other, geez. But I think as Gary Neville said, them two together are still two of the best duos attacking wise in world football. They're just fantastic together, absolutely fantastic. And we're in front, we're 1-0 up. Got away with it in the first half, but we've come out in the second half. The pressing's better. The passing is sharper, it's quicker to feet. We're getting tackles in now. We're harrying Man City's defence. They don't like it up them. You get on Man City's defence. You have the guts, the balls, and the bravery to get right up Man City. They do not like it. The problem is there's not enough teams in England who can do that. But we're one of them, and we gave it to them. And they were shook a bit. The crowd are up. But then they get their equaliser through Foden, who, as I said, is a tremendous footballer. Let's not get away from it. Foden is one of the best footballers of his age in Europe. And you can't get away from that. He's a great player, but the space he had on his left hand side, Milner's right hand side of the pitch, Milner just couldn't. See, everything we say about Trent's defending, I honestly believe if Trent was playing today, Man City don't score 2 goals. I really do. Because Milner, for them two, especially 2 goals, he was just all at sea. He just couldn't keep up with Foden. And Foden's not the quickest lad around. And he was nowhere near him. And I think Trent, obviously, is quicker, younger than Milner. He would have kept up with Foden and it wouldn't maybe have been so bad. But Foden played on that. They purposely played Foden on Milner's side. Usually Foden would play on the other side and attack Robinson. But Pep, you've got to give it a Pep. He saw the weakness in Milner. Let's play Foden over there. And he got it bang right. It was a lovely finish from Foden. You can't get away with it. Killed us a little bit because we had the momentum. We were looking good. Killed us a bit. But we didn't. We stayed in the game. We stayed in it. We still controlled most of that second half, I believe. And then late in the game, Mo Salah gets the ball on that right hand side. think he's got about. He gets it from Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones picks up the ball deep into the Man City half. Plays a nice ball into Mo Salah's feet, and then from where Mo Salah is, he's got about 3 Man City players. Spins, runs, turns, does this dribble where he takes it off his left foot, puts it onto his right foot. Cancelo hits the ground. Bernardo Silva can't keep up. And then he's one-on-one again with Cancelo, I believe it was. And he shifts his hips from left to right, goes past him, and then he actually smacks it in with his weaker foot, his right foot. And it was, for me, it was Mo Salah's best goal ever in a Liverpool shirt. It was quite similar to the Liverpool goal. I don't know if you guys remember the Liverpool goal he scored against Tottenham a few years back. I think it was the Champions League winning season. It might have been the season before that. I can't quite remember. It actually might have been his debut season, actually. I think it was his debut season. Where he was sort of in the same sort of position he was, and did the same sort of skill, got the right foot and scored. Reminded me of that goal, but this was against better players, a bigger team. It was fantastic. It was Messi-esque. Let's just say it like that. If Lionel Messi scored that goal, we'd all be, oh my God, did you see Messi's goal? Everyone put Messi's goal. Unbelievable. At this moment in time, people might not like this, but Mo Salah is the best footballer on planet Earth, and I don't care what anyone has to say. Mo Salah is the GOAT at the moment, and especially in the Premier League. He is easily the best player in the league, and that made it 2-1. And you feel like, right, that's not. For me personally, watching it, I thought Man City are still extremely dangerous. We've got what? I think we had about 11, 12 minutes left. I was thinking, right, let's keep this now 2-1. Let's get a solid structure behind us. Get the defence and midfield much closer together. Try and eliminate all them pockets of space that Man City like to play in. And let's just play this for 12 minutes and get a nice 2-1 win. But no, the midfield and the defence is about that far apart. There's gaps in so much areas. They can play around. And what they do, they play around our fullbacks. Just play around our fullbacks. That's where the goals came. You know, I know it's from a De Bruyne shot from outside the box through the middle, but the reason it came from, I think it was a corner or a free kick. I can't quite remember. And they go round our fullbacks. They use our fullbacks for the room. And then De Bruyne gets it. Well, I thought he had a terrible game. Let's get this right. De Bruyne had a terrible game. And his shot weren't even. Alisson had it saved, but unfortunately it hit Matip and deflected in the net. And after that, both teams looked like basically they settled for the draw, and it was 2-2. So it was an amazing game of football. It was probably the two best footballing sides in the country going at it, and it told today. Chelsea are an amazing side, but they're not like Liverpool, Man City. The way they go at each other, it's the Classico now. It's the new Classico. Barcelona and Madrid are dead. And this Man City Liverpool game is probably the new Classico. You know, I know Liverpool, Man United are the bigger rivals, obviously, and we all hate the scum. But this Man City Liverpool game is getting a lot of attention there, and a lot of people know well, it's the two biggest clubs in England at the moment, two best clubs in England at the moment, and arguably one of the two of the best teams in Europe at the moment. And when they're going at it, it's big business, and it could become huge, this game, huge in the years to come. They keep their trajectory keep going up and up and up. So that was the game in a nutshell, but let's get down to these ratings, guys. So Alisson was fantastic today. Goals he could do nothing about, obviously. He was going to save it with the De Bruyne shot, and just deflected off Matip. He had no chance there. The Foden shot, the goal was superb. I mean, that was right in the corner. There's nothing Alisson really could do about that. But everything else, I mean, he saved us a few times in the first half. I forgot about that. Saved us a few times in the first half with one-on-ones. His one-on-one keeping is as good as any one-on-one keeping around. To tell you that right now. Absolutely sublime. He waits for the perfect time to go to the floor. He's the best one-on-one keeper around. His kicking is better than people think. I know Pitt will get on because he takes his time. And I think what it is with Alisson, he's in control of what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. He knows he's taking his time. And he's in control of that. But as viewers and fans, we're watching it like, Ali. Okay. I think he knows. But Alisson today, 8 out of 10. Can't really fault his performance. 2 goals weren't his fault at the end of the day. Other than that, he cleared everything up. Came for crosses. One-on-one saves. Good goalkeeper. Good goalkeeping performance. 8 out of 10 for him. Milner. 3 out of 10 for Milner. It was just, but it's not Milner's fault at the end of the day. The man's 36 years old and he's a midfielder playing at right back against a youthful generational talent in Foden. It's not his fault at the end of the day, but he should have been sent off. That is another talking point I forgot to say about the Milner sending off. Right, I was watching the game. Personally, I thought the ref blew for the Henderson foul, because Henderson and Milner on the line with both there with Bernardo Silva. Henderson has the first pick at him, and then he goes over, obviously, Milner's leg. But I believe the way it looked to me on the telly is that the ref, because where they placed the ball as well is where Henderson made the first foul, and then Henderson was given it the mouth after. So by the look of it, the ref actually blew for the foul on Henderson and not Milner, and that's why he never got the second yellow, because it was a second yellow. That's basically got away with it. But I hear all these Man City fans after, especially on TalkSport, and like Jackie Bird on TalkSport, and other people online and other YouTubers and all that, saying like they forget that Kevin De Bruyne only a few days ago should have got sent off against PSG for an actual leg breaking challenge, and then the week before when they played Southampton, Kyle Walker got away with murder. Should have been sent off, should have been a penalty. And personally, I don't understand why VAR changed their minds on that. So everyone calm down. What comes around goes around. Yes, we got away with one. Personally, I think the ref blew for the Henderson foul, not the Milner, and that's why I didn't get the second yellow. That's me personally. But Milner, trash. Not his fault. Matip and Van Dijk still an excellent partnership. Matip outperforming Van Dijk at the moment, but it's to be expected. Van Dijk was out for 10 months. He's still better than fucking most other centre backs in the league, even though he's playing 1.5 legs. Still don't trust his knee. There was something on Sky Sports before the game. I think it was on YouTube, Sky Sports channel on YouTube, and Van Dijk was talking about it. I asked him, why do you not take free kicks? Because at Celtic he took free kicks and banged in a few goals at Celtic with free kicks. So I was asking him why he still hasn't taken one for Liverpool, and his response was he doesn't trust his knee yet. He doesn't want to put his knee under too much pressure, so that's why. So if you think of it like that, he's performing at an outstanding level. Someone was out. Let's not forget, guys, 20 years ago this was a career-ending injury. So he's come back. He's a 7 out of 10 defender at the moment, and he's going to get better and better. Matip, 8 out of 10. Matip was fantastic. Their partnership is still great, and it's going to get better and better the more they stay fit. Robbo was, as I said earlier in the review, Robbo he switches off defensively at the moment. I don't know what it is. I think it was against Brentford when he switched off for that Brentford's first goal, when everyone was had a nice line to keep them offside, and he was keeping them on. He just weren't switched on. And at the moment, as I say, the last 2 teams we've played in the league, they're exploiting our wingers, our fullbacks, sorry. And Robbo at the moment, you've got to love the guy, always will. The man's great, but he's going through a bit of bad form at the moment, and it does wonder why Klopp keeps picking him. But 6 out of 10. Midfield was all over the place today. Fabinho, 5 out of 10. Didn't do any defensive midfield work out much today at all. He had good moments on the ball where he was attacking, and we all forget. I just forgot. He could have won the game. I think came in right at the end, far post, Goal is empty, takes a touch on his left foot, shoots with his right foot. Rodri with an excellent sliding challenge to block the ball from going in. It was a fantastic. It was worth the point for Man City, that challenge. It was a great block. Let's not get it right. But Fabinho did it in slow motion. It's like the ball came over and he went, foot control, right foot shot. It was like, what are you doing? Just fucking hit the ball, man. We've got 4 minutes left. Hit the ball. But you just wish Mo was there. Because if that was Mo, that's 3-2, game over. But Fabinho took a touch and then a shot, and you just, so yeah, 5 out of 10 for Fab today. He's got to be better. He's got to be better for Fabinho. Hendo, right? Here's the problem with Hendo. So I did a video on my YouTube channel. It's one of the first videos I actually did, and that's why I wanted to make the start YouTube channel, because I've got things on my mind I want to get out, and then Henderson thing was the first thing. And people said, Hendo's got to sign a contract. We've got to get Hendo signed. This is daylight robbery if our captain doesn't sign a contract and just walks. This is wrong. And so I was on there saying I can understand why they're maybe not giving him a contract. But now he signed his contract. All fair enough. I love Hendo. Glad he signed his contract at the end of the day. If he didn't, I could sort of understand. He's been in the club 10 years. It's, you move on. But he signed it. And now all you hear is the opposite. All on Twitter today after the game, I've seen some match reactions I saw on YouTube saying like, maybe why did we re-sign Hendo to a longer contract? He's not the same player he was. He's you can tell that he's nowhere near as good. He's nowhere near as good, and it's just all. Sorry, got a moth. And he just look. Hendo is what, 31. I didn't think he was that bad today. Yeah, Hendo relies on his hard work and athleticism. He's not technically the gifted midfielder, we all know that, but he's a hard worker. And he's a great captain, a great leader. And he just weren't on it today. There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone has off days, Let's not start slagging him off, saying he shouldn't have signed this, shouldn't have signed that, and why we get him, he's 31 and all. Look, he had a bad day. Weren't at his best, but we didn't lose. Okay, guys, we didn't lose. 6 out of 10 free though. Curtis Jones was anonymous, and it's not Curtis Jones' fault. Curtis Jones doesn't want to play a deep role in midfield. He wants to show you what he's got. He likes a flick, he likes a trick. He's a confident young man. And when you're playing him that defensively, and you're just controlling him, I think Klopp just controlled him a little too much today. Like, I don't want you to do anything. I just want you to keep it simple. Think about your defensive work. Don't get overrun. And that's not Curtis's game. You want Curtis further up the field. You want him at least 5 yards away from the 2 other central midfielders, so he's closer to the box, closer to the final third of the pitch, so he can do his thing. So he's a good player. Couldn't do that today. Oh, totally anonymous. 5 out of 10 for Curtis. And then the forwards. So we'll leave one special player to last. So let's go Jota first. Jota again weren't at his best today. Weren't at his best at all. He had 2 lovely efforts as well. He had a chance when he span. I think he spanned Diaz, just completely spanning. Lovely turn. And get a shot straight off, but the shot straight at the keeper. A little bit more angle on it, you're really troubling to you scoring. That was great. That's what I want to see from Jota. But I don't want. But he starts with his back to goal, and that's not where you want to see him. You want to see Jota looking forward all the time, looking at the goal all the time. That's where it's extremely dangerous. And so with Jota today, because he's been curtailed a bit playing that number 9 role, it's not his fault. But I'm going to give Jota 6 out of 10 because he did work hard. He did try and press that out of the front 3 in that first half. He probably tried to press the most out of the front 3. Mane's looking sharper. This is the sharpest I've seen Mane in a while, and he had a bit of pace about him. He was giving Walker a bit of trouble today. Walker's no You know, he's no slouch. Walker. He's the quickest player, well, probably the quickest player in the league, with Timo Werner probably. But he's no slouch, and his recovery pace is that as well. We all know it's world class recovery pace he has. And I thought he was really good today. Mane looked sharp, took his goal beautifully. And as I said, he's been trying to do that all game, get in behind the defender. And he knew he had them, but he just couldn't find the ball till Mo found him. But I thought Mane had a great game today. Well, not a great game, he had a good game, and he looks like he's getting his pace back and his sharpness back. 7.5 out of 10 for Mane. And then the King Mohamed Salah. Well, what can you say about this guy? The most complete forward in world football at this moment in time. You tell me another complete forward, and I'll call you a liar. The man's got everything, and he's adding stuff to his game. He's always had assists. There's this myth goes around that Salah can't create. He's not a creator. He doesn't assist. His assists are more than any of the other forwards we have in our club. And it's fantastic. His overall game is out of this world. He's world class level, and he has been for a while now. And it amazes me that people are just realising this season that don't support Liverpool, who support another team, and just because they hate us, they just don't want to see it. And Mo Salah is just unbelievable at this moment in time. Give the man his dues. I mean, the assist for the first goal, it was all about him. He gets the ball and he drives with a purpose. You know, he's attacking that goal. He's only got one thing in his mind. I'm either setting this up or I'm scoring, and that's the end of it. And the way he passed us, Arne was inch perfect. And then obviously his goal, taking off the whole Man City defence. Remember, as I said earlier in the review, Man City have only had 6 shots against them and conceded 1 goal this whole season. And Salah went, is that what? Is that right? Is that true, yeah? Or watch this. Sets one up, scores the other. Man's a god. Absolute G. And, no. What should I... It's hard to give someone a 10 out of 10 because it weren't 9 out of 10. I'm going to go 9 out of 10 for mine. It's hard to just give 10 because 10 is the best number and you can always improve a tad. But yeah, 9 out of 10 for Mo Salah today, man of the match. None of this sharing bollocks that Gary Neville did with Foden. No, Salah was the best player on the pitch. Mo Salah, 9 out of 10, man of the match. Awesome display. So guys, that's the international break now. So I think we're second in the league, a point behind Chelsea, and we've played undefeated still, and we've played Man City and Chelsea already in the first 7 games. I think Chelsea and Liverpool probably had the harder fixtures so far, but not sure actually. Yeah, but Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City. It's one of them 3 teams that are winning this Premier League. It ain't Man United, they are. But Man United, let's just get on to that for a second. They played Everton yesterday and they were shit. Let's get it right. And Everton could have won it in the last bloody kick of the game as well. So I just don't see Man United winning. I think Man United got some hard fixtures coming up now as well. We play them soon. They got some hard fixtures coming up, and I don't see Man United winning 6, 7, 8 games on the bounce. But I can see Chelsea, Man City, and Liverpool winning 6, 7, 8 games on the bounce from now on. And it's going to come out of them 3. I'm happy with the draw, especially after that first half we got battered. So 2-2 against Man City, taking the lead, point behind Chelsea. So early in the season, but for me, it's one of them 3. And yeah, I'm quite happy, guys. So let me know what you think. Like and subscribe to my channel, please. And yeah, we're getting this moving. I want to try and get to 100 subscriptions as soon as I can, and that would make me really happy. The recent growth of the channel has been fantastic, and I really appreciate all you guys supporting me. If you see me on Twitter or on the Coppish YouTube channel or any other Football Terrace, anything like that, and you've come over and had a look at my old mug and thought, yeah, he sounds alright, and subscribe. Thank you very much. I really, really, really appreciate that. So guys, we've got international break now. I'll try and do a video midweek and then one on the weekend. And so in the meantime, guys, thank you very much, and please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.